And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Let's do some house flipping. Oh, I say house flipping, but we start with taking care of the chickens because we are responsible. Get the chickie. Chickie. Around they go. Hi there. Chickie. Okay. Where's the orange? There she be. Right. Nice. I suppose. No. Golly, that bugs me. I miss the snuggery. I don't like this property as well. I know it has more room, but I liked the snuggery so much better. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. So, chickens have been fed, chickens have been petted. Dog has food and water. I'm not sure where the dog is. Oh, there she be. Oh, she's stuck. Okay. Hey, Chiller. Welcome. How are you today? Alright, fed Gamera. Good grief, dog. Alright. Oh, she is struggling. There we go. Okay. We'll leave her to it, I think. And actually, we want to take her with us. She can glitch at the house we're going to be working on. Where'd she go this time? Here, puppy. Where's Bandit? Luke says glitchy just like a real pug. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's funny because it's true. There she is. She's been hanging out with Gamera a lot. I feel like I should put a little dog bed up here for her. Alright, let's take her to the job with us. She's got her hard hat. Chiller says, I'm at work, so I'll mostly be lurking. How's your Thanksgiving? It was very, very busy. How about you? Look at pets, dogs. The paw one is adorable, but it's also huge. Like, even if I do the small one, it's really big. But maybe I could move the cat bed. That will definitely come in useful when we finally get that cat that I keep not getting. And we'll kind of tuck this in over here. There. Now she can chill with her turtle friend. Alright. So, my plan is house to celebrate. Now, I say plan. I am not terribly familiar with this house. I didn't do a bunch of research on it. It's like, looks like a reasonable size for a cottage, so let's do it. Right. And I'll be cleaning the whole thing out and all that. Right. It's already decorated for, I think, Day of the Dead. But I'm really wanting to get in a nice fall build before it is fully winter. Whoop. Yes, follow. Coffee time. Alrighty. Looks like they had quite the family get-together. Silly Luke, it's always coffee time. With Luke, yes, yes it is. Oh, they did a good job decorating it. Oh dear. Feels me. Oop. Okay. Thank you, Luke. God, that gum. There's pizza slices on the bookshelf. What is wrong with people? Okay, one little room. Bathroom, which could have a window on that wall, but doesn't. Oh, got a bunch of candles in here too. And they have a duck. Well, it's a fully functional house. We could just sell it now. It has the duck. And another little room. Okay. They can read pizza. They've reached a higher plane of existence. Thank you. Alright. I feel kind of bad getting rid of everything because it's decorated so nice. But also, we need a blank slate. I always forget to check for ceiling lamps. Okay. Rid of those. And I do have a mood board for this one. I made it months ago and just hadn't gotten to it yet. I have quite the stash like that. Oh. Alright, that's empty. That can stay. It's the only thing that can stay, but power radiator can stay. Definitely going to be doing a different tub. Okay. And rid of all those. Well, to use a set. Okay. Oh man. Luke apparently got an insufferable ad break. It was watching State Farm try to use gamer lingo to try and look cool is something else, I'll tell you what. That something is called cringe. What's up, fellow youths? Okay. Yeah, watching mega corporations try to pretend that they're relatable and stuff is just... it's confusing every time. Chiller says, unfortunately, it's an effective ad. You're not forgetting it anytime soon. This is true. Any publicity is good publicity and all that. Chiller says, also, what's up, fellow youths? Pretty much describes me trying to relate to people, even people my own age. I can relate to that, yeah. Luke says, Geico's ads are much more effective. They're funny and they get right to the point. This is true. Like, I can't remember who it is, but the Mayhem ones are fun. Problem is, I can't remember who it is, so they're only like halfway effective. Whereas we all know that the gecko is Geico. Okay, I thought it might be Allstate, but I wasn't positive. They are fun. I keep a screenshot on hand of the one where he says, I'm an over-emotional teenage girl, because I'm a fangirl and sometimes I really, really need that. Honestly, I think I might stick with these windows. A lot of times I swap out the windows, but I think these might actually work for the look I'm wanting to go for. Alright. Still got some dirt to take care of. I don't think that's weird, Chiller, but that's probably because I'm kind of the same way. I'm like, that's normal. It's as normal as I am, yeah. Very, very normal. Interesting. I have had a surprising number of people ask me if I was autistic. Like, that's one of the few things I can confirm I don't have. Yeah, everybody always wants to try to diagnose. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm too tired to fix all of society's problems today. We had a crazy busy day. Lots of good food. Crazy busy. So I'm doing a cottage today. Like, I need something just cozy and kind of predictable. It'll all be good. Alright. Oh. Blend it into the wall thing. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the main thing I got. It's like introvert, kind of socially awkward, which like some of that I still have, but I'm pretty sure it's something else. And some of it I just literally needed more practice. So people are like, you're very passionate about very niche things and tend to struggle in large groups. Autism? Like, no, I'm just a nerd with a sensory processing disorder, so it's a much simpler explanation. Yes, I made 2 pies. I'd never made either kind before. I made a pumpkin pie and I made a sugar cream pie. I didn't eat the pumpkin pie because I don't like pumpkin pie. I made it for everybody else. But I hear that it was very good. It all got eaten, so... Luke, you are not. Silly. The sugar cream pie, next time I'll know to cook the filling for longer before I add it to the crust. Because the texture was more, or the consistency, I guess, was more like pudding than custard. See, I feel like Luke is actually better with people than I am. Like, I'm better at the passing connections, and he's better at the long-term commitment type. Oh. Alright, let me try this. Then I'm gonna try the other one as well. Yeah, that's a little wide. Ugh. I have very strong feelings about paneling, apparently. Okay, actually the first one is the one that it should be. Whoops. Alright. Get rid of that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to try making the sugar cream pie again soon. I know everyone will be just devastated to hear there will be more pie to eat. I think I just want that one accent wall there. And then... in the whole... I'm gonna pull up my little mood board here. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of white paint. I'm going for something that has a lot of neutral to it. It won't all be neutral, but it's gonna be a lot of neutral. Get rid of the very fun wallpaper. Wait a minute, because I don't really want to take the pile around there. Alright. Tiles. Actually, before I do that, let me see which wallpapers I have. That's lower wall. Oh, that's weird. That doesn't. Okay. Oh, I can't move it? That's obnoxious. Okay, well, that's kind of useless. Bummer. I like that better. I think I only have it in the square, though, so that might be a little difficult. Oh. So adorable, also difficult. There's all these people who do these, like, really, really limited sets. And I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with them. Alright, walls, tiles. I want to say it's one of the ones that has cladding in the name. Hello, Ice. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Mic is low. I don't know if I can turn the mic up, so if it's out of balance with the music, I would need to turn the game down. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. Let's try it. Okay. Hello, Roy. Welcome, welcome. Huh, weird. Yeah. Don't know what would cause that, sorry. I'm only a fake techie. Need one more pack of tiles. Okay. There. Okay. And I just don't think I'm gonna be able to work with this one. Yeah, I can't put it over the windows, so. Alright. Mobile. I know that there was a recent update to the app. That's all I got. Alright. Oh yeah, I should probably pick a floor. Let's see. Thinking I'm gonna use one of those new ones, like maybe this. Gonna do a couple swatches. So the first one there might be the winner. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Ooh, the dark is really dark. Okay. Let's try this one. Hmm. Oop. Oop. Okay. Alright. Then you know what? A lot of the bathrooms that I was looking at for inspiration also have wood floors. So that, then let's see. Like a white panel. Let's see what I can find here. Much rather have like this height. Could just have the bathroom be a little bit darker. Panel with wallpaper. What's the other one called then? Because there's also, isn't there also a white one? Is there not? Oh dear, I'm hallucinating panels now. Alright. Okay, so let's do the EOS. Oh, maybe this one? Do the spare blue. Oop. I says, fine, just chilling and keeping an eye on the chickens while they free range. That sounds smart. Our whole town, there's a like citywide ban on having chickens. Because I don't know. So that's always kind of odd. But we go for walks around the neighborhood and we'll go down alleys, and like 2 blocks away there's a house that has a little chicken coop in the backyard, like 3 chickens. Chickens and people living together? Yeah, the town council would be shocked to know that that's possible. Got to watch them play keep away when Rosemary caught a frog. Oh my gosh. Also, you still have frogs out where you are? Our frogs, I think, are all hibernating. Yeah, they banned having chickens. Like, again, why? I could see maybe banning roosters, but just chickens in general? Luke says our city council is professionally stupid. I don't have a counter argument. This is true, Roy. I could see having like a limit on how many chickens you can have in your yard. I could see not allowing roosters, but just no chickens. No chickens. Yeah, we already had our first freeze with snow flurries. Hello, Midas. How are you today? Really, Roy? Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna put this through all of them. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see limiting like less than a dozen or whatever, but just no chickens. Right. Thank you. I've got, can't see it in the dark, but I've got my shiplap, got my paneling. I'm gonna see if I can get the bathtub in. Oh, what color do I want this to be? I have a few inspo pics I'm looking at. Do the gold and do the black. Yeah, let's do the gold. I do the black a lot. Let's do the gold. Mix it up. Ooh, if I put it to one side, I can fit like a storage cupboard or something next to it that I can put candles on. Roy says, I stopped eating turkey from Walmart when it went up over $7.50 a pound. We saw some very expensive turkeys. It was shocking. Alright, I need a light in here. Some of it might depend on the turkey you're looking at. Like we saw an organic pasture-raised turkey that had a fairly shocking price tag on it given how small it was. I might actually use this in one of the rooms. Could be this one. Don't know. Oh, kitchen? Maybe. Put it in there for now. Alright, let's just look for sconces. Let's see. Goes with a cottage vibe. Oh, Oh, wait, those look awfully familiar. One of the cottage pictures I was looking at, I swear, this is what they had. Like those exact lights. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the prices of lunch meat are kind of stunning. Furniture, bathroom. Check bathroom, and if I don't see any I like, then I'll look at living room or something. Thank you. I have a mood board. I looked for a bunch of pictures on Pinterest and made myself a mood board. That there, put it on a little bit of an angle. Oh, then sink. Alright. Actually, do I want to flip these? Ice says egg prices last year were consideration for why I got chickens this year. My mom's chickens have started laying. We got eggs from them, and she has some Buff Orpingtons and a couple of Easter eggers, so some of the eggs are pastel, and it's so cute. They're so pretty. I feel like they always put the toilet closest to the door, and then when you walk in, you see the toilet. So I usually wind up flipping them. Alright. Sink. That over there. The little pastel eggs are just so cute. Like, I shop my mom's refrigerator. And then bathroom fixtures, sinks. What do we got? Like, the game doesn't have a pedestal sink, which is what most of these had. So... oh, maybe I could do the, this one and have it match the storage cabinet. Yeah. Luke, I'm thinking I want to go down there again very soon anyway, so we'll pick up more eggs soon as well. Oh yeah, and the Easter eggers are so pretty too. The ones my mom has, she's got 3. 2 of them, like, they kind of look like quail because they have so much like barring on their feathers and everything, that they look like cute little fluffy wild birds. And then one of them is just all black. Like, she's so gothic and elegant. Do something like this. Oop. cute too. I might put that in the entryway. Hang on. We'll do the coarse dark oak. Oh yeah, that'll be cute. Nice. So having chickens is going well. Probably going to stick with that first one I looked at. But I have to check. Okay. Okay. And let's grab cute trash can. Put that in there. And then get the toilet. One I always use. Ooh, what is that? Sounds troublesome. I'm gonna put this fairly close to the sink. Just to make sure there's plenty of room to get out of the bathtub. Right. Oh, I can get... I'm sure I'll be using this through like way too much of the house. Ice says, currently dealing with fowl pox, but other than that, no complaints. Luke says, I would have thought chickens got human pox. I can't take you anywhere. Alright, that one won't fit. So... interesting. Okay, put that one there, at least for now. And grab a couple more of the sconces. Those over here. Okay. Cute. Oh, goodness. And let me think. I know I want a fireplace on this wall. So let's look at the fireplaces. Leaning toward this one. Something like this is very tempting, though. I just love the stone surround on this one so much. Also, why are there radiators on two of the walls? I feel like we don't need that many radiators for one room. Okay. That's good to know. Wait, did I run out? Nope. Okay. Then need to find a rug for in here. So I wanted to look at some of these that I have. Oh, that's way brighter than what I was expecting. Oh. He says it's not great, but as far as chicken diseases go, it's not the worst. least there's that. See, I kind of like that, but also I do want to bring a little bit of color in. Like, I don't want every single thing to be neutral. There are like pops of pattern and stuff in the inspo pics I saved. This is too modern. Too small for the living room, but pretty cute. Don't know about that one. That is a distinct possibility. Bear. I don't know. I think not bear in this one. I have a few others planned that have bear rugs in them. I want to say I'm going for something a little girlier, maybe? Not a bad idea, though. Too small, and also I overuse that one. I need to make a list of the ones that I overuse so that I can try to, or like the things in the game that I overuse, so that I can try to get them in real life. See, that one's also a possibility, but I think the country rug might be the best option. Hey, Mrs. First! Welcome, welcome! It's so good to see you again! How are you doing? Yeah, let's do the country rug. That makes sense, Ice. So scoot this just a tiny bit. Up, up. And then I scoot this just a tiny bit. Yeah, pretty much lined up. Certainly close enough for jazz. So. Okay, here's a what if thought. What if I took these like lintels out and put beams instead? Oh, whoops, I'm doing it. Like, I just feel like from over here the lintel cuts off too much of the living room, makes it feel kind of closed off. Which is funny because I normally cannot stand anything resembling an open floor plan. Hello, Boomer. Welcome, welcome. This first says, I'm doing well. Enjoyed a quiet Thanksgiving with my immediate family. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving and are enjoying the holiday weekend. We had a very busy Thanksgiving. My brain is very tired. So we're doing a cottage today. Oh yeah, let's do this one. be like a 75. Yeah. I've been wanting to do a neutral cottage, but that's decorated for fall. And I feel like this is a good time for that, because soon we'll be getting into like wintry themed builds, and I want to let fall have its hurrah. Just try to get this to look a little nicer. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's do the same thing over here. Luke says, oh yeah, we can get our tree soon and start listening to Christmas music. You say that like you haven't already been listening to Christmas music. Find my panels again. Luke says, but I can listen more. Oh, gosh. It begins. Okay. Yeah, I spent several years working in a place that played Christmas music all December. And usually partway into January, because the boss would forget to change it back. Slightly burnt out. Ooh. So Midas also does house flipper? Oh, Ice says my job started earlier this month. I am so sorry. Like, I would get off work every day, get into my car, and start blasting like 5 Finger Death Punch, 3 Days Grace, Our Last Night. Okay. I would just need metal to survive. Okay, I'm gonna write that name down so that I can look into it. I'm very, very picky with my house flipper designs. That's why they take me so long. No metal Christmas music. Luke listens to all the metal Christmas music. We belong to a mutual admiration society. Yeah. We'll say when I had to put Christmas music on the last time, I found an electro swing Christmas music mix, and that was the most tolerable I found. But yeah, just Christmas music in general, really not for me. I'm more of a Halloween music person. I found a thing in the workshop. I want to see how it is size-wise. I love it. Luke, we should get a plaid couch. Okay. When my dad wraps Christmas presents, anything like that, he has to have Christmas music on. It's part of the tradition. So I was wrapping presents with my dad, therefore Christmas music needed to be on, but he let me pick which Christmas music, so I went with the electro swing. Chiller asks, how come it's not your thing? I'm honestly not sure. Just tends to grate for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can get very easily overwhelmed with the festivity and get into a little bit of the, you know, the Grinch mood. I'm trying to do better. Kitchen. Which kitchen set do I want to use? I think a lot of it is the implied pressure to feel festive. Like, it is the Christmas season, therefore you have to feel festive and happy, and here's all of these songs telling you exactly how you have to feel. Meanwhile, I'll be getting hit with intense seasonal depression and like anxiety about trying to make the holidays perfect, just like they are in all of the songs. It's like, nope, I'm not feeling it. Honestly, I'm having the same problem, Mrs. First. It's like, I'm seeing there's the people who have already started listening to Christmas music and the people who would rather die. And if it's played at their funeral, they'll come back to punish everyone. Like the two categories of people. Chiller, I'm trying to get back to that. I am. It got a lot harder when my grandmother's health started declining, not to get emo on Maine. Like, she was kind of the one who set the Christmas tone, and she was the one who would start Christmas every year. And it all centered around her and the family Christmas stuff that she would put together. So when she couldn't anymore, it's like, well, why bother? So trying to figure out trying to figure out how to recreate Christmas. That makes sense. Halociation. Of course you were listening to Christmas music. It begins. Granted, Christmas never stopped for you. You've been watching Hallmark Christmas movies all year. I says, other than celebrating Jesus' birth, which I can do without celebrating Christmas, the only thing I like about Christmas is winter. Oh, I should have known with ice in your name. You're a winter person. Yes, I'm really looking forward to like being in control of my work schedule this year so that I can actually do Christmas stuff with my church. Like the last several years I've had to work on Christmas Eve. So Boomer says the two categories of people are those who divide people into two categories and those who don't. Okay. The thing about that is it actually is accurate. Which makes it slightly annoying, but in a good way. Mrs. First says, growing up, I loved Christmas and would have happily celebrated for longer. As a young married with kids, my husband used to say that I was like Martha Stewart on speed at Christmas time. Oh my gosh. These days, I'm too tired to want to do much for holidays, but I do still enjoy hearing Christmas music. And Lociation is defending the Hallmark movies. She says they're happy movies and Christmas colors are happy. For all y'all. Ice says winter's my favorite season. I have a friend like that. Her birthday is in February, and if she could have 8 months of the year be February, she would. We've been playing D&D together, and I've been playing as a druid. She's the team's barbarian. And we've both been talking about what are other classes and character types and stuff that you would like to play in future campaigns, and I pointed out to her that Arctic Druid exists, and that you can do an Arctic Druid and theme their spells around frost damage, and she might have her next character all ready to go. This problem that I keep having with having mood boards, inspiration, all that for kitchens in this game. It's like, speaking of things that I tend to overuse and should probably just try to get in real life, I swear like every kitchen that makes me go, oh, that's so pretty, I want to make that, has butcher block countertops, like all of them. And there's only like one, maybe two, I think two cabinet sets in the game that have wooden countertops, and they are so minimal. It's like 3 cupboards, and it's almost impossible to make a full kitchen with them. Association says to Mrs. First, yes, I agree, it's tiring getting all the decorations out, and then you have to put them away. Oh, Boomer says, IRL, I worked at power plants. Many holidays I was on site helping keep power flowing. That'll also affect how you feel about the holidays. Ice says, the seasons in order from my favorite to least favorite are winter, fall, spring, summer. I can approve that list. Winter's not my favorite just because I get cold so easily. I keep using the snowman ones. I just don't know that the handles on those work here. What about these? What wood tones do these come in? These are cute. Oh. I kind of love that. Boomer says my favorite seasons are summer, 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 and summer. Do you live in Hawaii? Florida? Florida. Okay. That works out for you then. That one? Ah, Ice is originally from Florida. Moved away from the trauma of the heat. Right, let's do this. Give me winter. Again, this is exactly what my friend is like. Like, everyone else will be bemoaning horrible weather and she's freaking out. Yeah, I like spring and fall best. Summer, the humidity is a little too much. And winter, I have allergies for all seasons, so that winds up not even being a factor anymore. Oof. Okay, so I used 10 dough. Wooden. Okay. I'll check if it'll fit. It fits, but it doesn't quite match. So. Alright. Start by grabbing the sink, and I can move it as needed. Snowy. Oh, wrong gold. Metal. Is that everything? Ah. Okay. I want that, like, basically centered. So... Ooh, do I have room for a dishwasher? If I scoot it just slightly. Alright. Yeah, what goes next to it? Trying to figure out how big this space is. It's like around 85 or 90. So let's start with this. Yeah, so we had Thanksgiving lunch and Thanksgiving dinner yesterday. And we got home pretty late, having eaten everything. And I will specify, I even did have pie. Like... But... we got home, and after not very long, I thought, I could really go for something sweet. I already had something sweet. I had something everything. Oh, I could really go for a little something sweet. Like, I started thinking about what I'm going to bake next. Luke says, I might have to sub the new Paramount Plus jingle is a new low. I love Christmas music, but Christmas music turned into an advertisement for something makes me want to jump into a volcano. Oh, I hate when they do that. I needed furniture, kitchen, cooking. Alright, Bella. It's quite a bit deeper than the counters, but we're gonna go for it anyway. Because I don't really have standards. I say while having impossible standards. Then... Oh, how nice nice would that be? So over on this side, we can just have like this long open bit of counter that would be perfect for rolling out dough. I have priorities. Boomer, that sounds like something that I could pull on Luke. He is all about the green bean casserole. Yeah, how big is this space? Oh wow, first guess, perfect match. Been playing this game too long. Okay. Seriously, how nice would this be for rolling out dough? Low Station says that you should eat dessert first before you're too stuffed to enjoy it. I agree. Right, do we have dummy cabinets? Like the little short ones. No. Yep, Luke had leftover green bean casserole for breakfast. I knew it. I'm gonna put them where that stops. They're so tiny and short. How are you supposed to store anything in these? I like that I can flip the sides. And it does have a good range of stuff. But seriously, you're supposed to store all of your kitchen stuff in these little dinky things? I don't think so. Side maybe 35. Nah, 30. Okay. All right. Have a good day, Boomer. Good to see you again. This first says, I wish the cupboards in the game were taller as far as the space between shelves. I have been so loving the snowman tall variants. Like, if they would add tall variants for some of the other sets, like these, I should put together like this is my wish list for House Flipper. I want more tall cabinets. I'm writing it down. I want more tall cabinets. I want them to add a couple of butcher block counter variants to the existing cupboards. Like, these are things that I would desperately want. That, and I just, having that much space, like where you can put a whole lintel above the cupboard and make a soffit. Like, if you want soffits, that's nice. I don't want soffits. I really, really don't. Like, I want storage. Also, I think this is adorable. The cupboard with the new, like, tall cupboard with oven. And I need to use it somewhere. Alright. What kind of cooker hoods have we got? Oh. Keep the white. Scoot it ever so slightly. Only if I replace this with a smaller one again. Okay. Should know to just give it the smallest one first. Yeah, I hate trying to figure out what the ideal height for the cupboards is and having all this open space. It works if I'm trying to do like a mid-century type of house, something where they would have had soffits, but like I have novella and snowman tall. Those are the only cupboards that go all the way up. Let's look at custom. No, let's do the other one. So wooden shelf. Keep shelf. Come in dark ash. American walnut. Very similar. Okay. Does it come in 75? Adjusting ceiling size. What? Can you do that? Is that an option? Association says, when I was young, I saw an old house with cupboards to the ceiling, no soffit. That was eye-opening to me. When we remodeled, I chose cupboards to our ceiling. I still love them. I do. And then this one. All right. Oop. Okay. I'll move this up a smidge. There. Okay. A little bit of open shelving. I don't know, I'm okay with static ceiling height, partly because I've done some building in The Sims 4 and I've never changed the wall height. Being able to open places up would be nice. But also, I still have not tried the house building thing because I just find it overwhelming. Hey, Bandit, wanna come outside? Come on outside. You can stay here until I have to mow. Here, come in the grass, you can play. You'll probably get ticks. Midas says house building is 90% math. That's part of why I'm scared. Interesting. The floor plans and all of that just really stress me out. I like having the house already there and just having to decorate it. Let's see. Furniture, dining room, tables. Ooh. Which way should this go? No. Alright, and that needs... Mrs. First says, I've never been good at coloring within the lines in my life. Okay, I used to get made fun of because I would start by taking the black crayon and drawing my own lines to modify the picture into what I really wanted to color, and then I would color that. Which is apparently against the rules or something. Or at least that's what kindergartners think. Midas says, I slowed down my building lately. I tend to make insane mansions that kill my computer. Oh man. That I said I haven't tried it yet, but like I have a couple ideas for things to build. I saw someone on YouTube, I cannot remember who it was, but I saw where someone was using one of the properties to build like a village of tiny houses. Like just building a whole bunch of very, very small tiny houses and decorating all of them in different styles. And I thought that was really clever, especially since there's a limited number of properties that you can blank slate build on. Midas says start small like a container home or a shotgun house. I love shotgun houses. That is one of the things I would like to build. And whoop. Also, I've been on this really weird kick lately where I'm like obsessed with old coal mining town company houses. I can't explain it. I don't know. But I think building something kind of like that could be fun. All right. What kind of rug do I want in there? So, yeah, I have a few ideas set aside. One of them is like, I don't know if I'd call it a mansion, but one of them is definitely something to work my way up to, because I really want to build something inspired by the Spiderwick house from Spiderwick Chronicles, which is a very large, elaborate house. Ice says, I like big lots with small homes. Honestly, the dream. Mrs. First says, I like the idea of tiny homes, but I have trouble with the reality. I keep thinking, but I want this and I want that, and soon they are no longer tiny. Can get that. Yeah. It's like the exact same size. That'd be silly. I can't use this here, but I really want to use this somewhere. It's too bright and colorful for here, but I want to design a house that I can use it in. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to make, like, kind of how to simplify Spiderwick into something that the game could handle. And since the tie-in game for the Spiderwick movie that was adapted from the books is, like, very old and very low resolution, the house is already pretty dadgum blocky, which helps. The problem is, I went through looking at the first floor, and I felt like I pretty much had that figured out. And then I went through and looked at the second floor and realized they don't match. Like, the first floor and the second floor are not on the same space. There's a room on the second floor that's just kind of out into space. And it's very frustrating. But also, I'll have to find where I put them. I borrowed them from my mom, but I have a couple of books of like floor plans. Malibu Mansion. What? So what is it? This first says, I think I could do well with a tiny home IRL, but in the game my imagination gets going and I can't seem to stop at tiny. What is it that, like, what is it that captures you with it? Like, why, like, what can't stay small? Luke says the only problem with tiny homes is there's no room for books. See, we could, if we had like a tiny house and a separate library, we might be able to survive. That's nice. Do I have... Don't have a dining room picture in my little inspo board. Like, if I could learn how to get rid of things, I would be very happy. We kind of have a lot of books, Midas. Like, really a lot. And we always seem to wind up with more books instead of less books. Mrs. First says, I would be content with getting rid of things if I had enough energy for the process of getting rid of things. I feel like my main problem is fear. Like, I always have this incredible fear that I'm going to regret getting rid of the thing. And so then I just get anxiety about decluttering. Even though the clutter itself gives me anxiety. Luke says we'd need a tiny tower for the tiny house. I'm now picturing something that looks a lot like a dollhouse. Ice says, I'm only in my 20s and I'm already acting like an old lady who just wants a quiet place to drink tea and garden and tend animals undisturbed. That seems to be quite the trend right now, and honestly, I'm loving it. Like, I finally feel understood. Like, I spent my 20s as like a weird hobbit, and was just incomprehensible to my contemporaries who are all doing the girl boss career thing. And now everyone is tired and burnt out and just wants to be left alone. And like, hi, welcome to the club. It's interesting, Mrs. First. That I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that anxiety that I'll feel like I've lost something from getting rid of things. What if I need it later? I'm keeping it because it could be useful. What if I need it later? fun, but I would need to put in a bigger window somewhere. Ice, hilariously, my whole life, you know, my mom has been really into like the House Hunters and all of that, and I watch it with her and think, why do they keep saying they want space to entertain? Who wants dadgum space to entertain? And I've reached a point in my life now where I could really use some space to entertain. Oh no. Either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. But also we've gotten into Dungeons and Dragons and we've been hosting it, so we have people coming over every week or so, depending on people's schedules, to play Dungeons and Dragons. The cloud gives me a different kind of anxiety. I don't trust cloud. It freaks me out. Although, say, buying games on Steam has been extremely helpful for me, and I do find that a significant improvement for my life.
Hi.
Oh. Thanks for the follow, Midas. Happy to have you. Oh, Mrs. First says I was especially like that with art supplies, including what some would call trash. I always knew I could find a use for it later. Did you have to call me out on my whole collection? Yeah. I'm finding I actually do oddly enjoy entertaining, as long as it's like nerdy entertaining. And not, you know, a bunch of semi-strangers sitting around awkwardly with drinks. Interesting. I love the library set. Guess I haven't actually decided what the second room is gonna be. Alright. Throw a blanket on the couch as well. That is a good point, Ice. I don't know that I could actually live in a tiny home. I would love to build one. And I think that the ultimate I've arrived would be to have like a writing shed. Or have like a tiny home guest house. Something like that. I think that could be really, really cool. Like, I just want the space that I have to have more space in it by being significantly less cluttered. A cottage. Cottage. Like something very plush, cushy. Let's see. I'm loving watching this build coming together. I think we're making really good progress, actually. Aww, it's a baby. Alright, let's try the jumbo one instead. Ooh, the beige ties it in with the... Hang on. See, it can't place. Does it not like the rug? Yeah, you said your house is like 600, 700 square feet. I have seen places online that consider anything under 1,000 square feet a tiny home. Okay, it's only letting me place CC on this. Yeah, this is... Mrs. First says the armchairs are usually huge, except for a few that are very tiny. There don't seem to be many medium-sized. This is why I keep overusing the Havana armchairs, because they're a good size that I can fit in most rooms, and they don't look too incredibly weird. And they come in a whole bunch of colors. I'm gonna see if I have a different rug that's like this rug, because it's not letting me put other stuff on this rug. So... that one's tiny. Might be a little too small. Yeah, and I really want it to have this very welcoming kind of overstuffed vibe. It's a little too long. We might wind up with a slightly too small rug. It's frustrating. Mrs. First says, I do love overstuffed furniture. I'm all about comfy. Same. I'm finding that as I'm decorating all of these houses, especially the office, I've been noticing this a lot. If there is a spare corner, my answer is to fill it with either a cozy little nook where you could read a book, or a cozy little nook where you could eat a nice little treat. Or possibly even a cozy little nook where you could have a nice little treat while you read your book. That one will do. Like any open corner will get filled with some sort of cozy little nook. Kind of like that that meme about, what is it? I don't have no imagination, or I'm just using the same tropes over and over. I'm establishing an author brand. Mrs. First says, I think I could go for a house made almost entirely of cozy little nooks. Right? What more do you need? This is why I struggle with a lot of the luxury flipper houses, because they're just huge. Like really huge and very open. Like, well, where do I put my nooks? There's no room for my nooks in that. My mom shared a meme with me that she found. That's something like, everyone makes fun of cats for the whole if I fits, I sits thing where they climb into every box they can find. But be honest, if you came across a box that was just slightly larger than you would climb in it too. And I feel called out. And also I feel like that explains a lot of my decorating style. I says when I do big builds, I find myself wondering, what do I even do with all this space? Yes! I can figure out what to do with rooms, like little rooms. But if it's just this huge open concept thing, well, what do I do with all that? I don't need that. Mrs. First says, I guess my decorating style may have started when I was a kid and I used blankets and pillows to build forts. Oh my gosh, I feel seen. This explains a lot, including my continuing love of canopies and bed curtains. Thank you, Lociation. We discovered that the other one was glitching somehow, so you couldn't put furniture on top of it. I says small builds are easier to flesh out. Yes. Like, I feel so much more comfortable doing like a tiny home or a small cottage than trying to figure out how to fill a McMansion. Let's see. Living room, tables. I want to use... I want to use this one. Maybe... Ooh. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I says I'd never want a McMansion. I would not be able to deal. Mrs. First says, when I was a kid, my sister and I had a bunk bed with curtains. And I love being able to close them and make a hidden space. Right? Girl. So, I love the Myst games. The only one that I've never finished is Myst 4 Revelation. 'Cause I don't know if my game glitched out or what, but there was this one puzzle where no matter how many times I did the thing that beats the puzzle wasn't beaten. So, anyway, one of the games, Myst 4 actually, the one that I never finished, there's a girl's room that you have to poke around in looking for clues. And her bed is literally built into the wall. Like, there's this round alcove in the wall that is lined with bed stuff and has a curtain over it. I want it. And then the room itself has all these skylights in it. So there's all this like dappled moonlight coming in. But if you climb in the bed, you can just close the curtain. And it literally might be my favorite space in any game I've played. Like, her room is everything. I want it so bad. I says I bet I could comfortably live in just one of the bedrooms of one of those McMansions. I think that is true of quite a few people, and it makes me even more curious about what the McMansion people are doing. How do you decorate that much space? Please explain it to me. Lociation says, my cousin lived close to a mobile home sales place. We used to sneak in them. I discovered practical use of space. I still like that idea in homes. And then she raised me on that, which might have something to do with why I prefer decorating tiny homes instead of McMansions. because the big house is like, there's just so much wasted space. Let's see. What do I want to put back here? Wait a minute. Does library come in white? It does. Okay, so no, because we're going against the wall, so let's do the middle piece. Yeah. Speaking of entertaining, how big of a party are you gonna throw here? Right side. Association says wasted space gets filled with junk I'll get to later, and later never comes. Whoo! This first says, I find we hardly use most of the space in our modest-sized house. Plants. These cottage pictures don't have as many plants as I normally do. Yeah, I do, however, need curtains. So let's see. I think I'm gonna do like pretty normal curtains, actually. Feels weird. I never do just the normal curtains. Maybe like cream. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to organize our house. Especially the living room. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just don't know how to use the space. Then Alright, Ice. You know what? Because you gave me an idea by saying that, I'm going to write it down. Winter-themed tiny house. Don't know where I'll build it. Don't know when. But winter-themed tiny house is gonna go on the list of ideas. This first says, we also have one extra bedroom that is well utilized as a stream room. My husband is the one who set it up and we both use it now. See, that sounds lovely. Will it not let me do it because the radiator's there? Yes, okay. I think I have like a radiator cover. I have several like wintry builds planned. Ooh. see if it'll let me do it with the curtain there. Oh, interesting. Ah. Yeah, the fluctuating number of kids living at home has quite the effect on how space is used. Oh, man. I don't have the rest of this one. I only have part of it. I'm literally gonna have to go into the workshop and find the singular missing piece of the radiator cover. That's kind of hilarious. How did I wind up missing just one piece? Midas asks, question for the room. How many of y'all do baseboards, chair molding, or ceiling molding in House Flipper? Oh, Midas. So I never did them at all. And then I kind of realized they exist and went a little nuts with it. And now I keep forgetting they exist, but when I do remember they exist, I go possibly a little too hard with it. Ice says, I know normally people advise against dark ceilings as they make the room feel smaller, but I like it as it makes it feel cozier. I've been doing so many dark ceilings in House Flipper lately. Midas says, I think rooms look so different with just basic baseboards. Agreed. That's the other thing I want. I want more wooden moldings. Because I keep faking it with the floor trim. Yeah, I've been using the moldings and the panelings and everything a lot more. I mean, clearly, I don't remember to put it in every room, but yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I love how it just completely changes the room. Maybe put this back where it belongs. Okay. Yeah. So I need to find my missing piece of radiator cover. I've been making so many notes because my brain is just not there. We have doors. Interesting. Can't see the doors in any of those either. White or wood? I keep trying to optimize the coziness. Like, how can I get maximum cozy? Oh, I think this is going to be the front door. I love it. If that's going to be it. Ooh. This is first. That sounds fun. Remember that you are always welcome to share screenshots in the Discord of what you're working on in House Flipper. Lucian says, I like the juxtaposition of dark wood with light walls. Same. This. Oh. Bandit. She's just sitting in the grass. Oh, I didn't notice that the windows had the shutters on them. Yeah, I'll need to decide what goes on the outside too. Whoops. So I have to leave that for now so that I can still access the radiator. Decorations. Zip. I want to use this. I want to use this in one of my winter themed houses. I think it would be so cute. Okay. I keep forgetting all the stuff I have stashed here. I used to have favorite colors, and I honestly don't know if I do anymore. I think I just like the ways things look together, or I like the way things look in context. Feel very drawn to like cool tones, blues and greens. Too tall for there. Sad. Still not what I was looking for, though. I got distracted. Let's see. Midas says, I love rich dark woods, dark walls, texture on ceiling. Ooh. Mrs. First says, I love just enjoying the amazing variety of colors in the world. I dig that. What's that thing? I can't remember what it's like listed as is the problem. Otherwise, it would be faster to just search for it, but I can't remember what it's called in the shop. There we go. Fall twined twigs. Ooh, Midas says I love Art Deco colors too. I love Art Deco. It's interesting because I was always an Art Nouveau girl. Really into Art Nouveau. And recently I've really been liking Art Deco. And it's like, who even am I? I watched a video the other day about styles, like decor styles that are on their way out and ones that are on their way in. And it was extra interesting because the guy talked about how the ones that are on their way out are evolving into the ones that are on their way in, and what connects them and what's different. Yeah, Art Deco is really hard to find in House Flipper. I've noticed this. We talked about like styles that are on their way out include like modern farmhouse, which has gotten a tad oversaturated. But also he listed boho as one of the ones that's on its way out. And I'm like, oh. Like I love the boho. I do. And so I can't remember all the ones on their way out or on their way in. But ones on their way in, I do remember Organic Modern, which I do like. I've done an Organic Modern build before. What? I'm writing that down. A friend who's really obsessed with Art Deco. But yeah, I mean, I will still do boho because I love it. I'm having new ideas for different ways to do boho. So I will do a string of boho builds and feel no shame. But Midas says just as long as prairie style never comes back. Don't say that too loud around Lociation. Yeah, so one's on their way in. Remember Organic Modern? Said I've done an Organic Modern build in here and quite enjoyed it. That was the like plant lover apartment that I did in the Cyberpunk DLC. And yeah, I'm writing down this Art Deco thing. Okay. And then new traditional. It, you know, traditional is back again. It's like, gee, because timeless never goes out of style. But also, I find it intriguingly difficult to do traditional style. Don't know why. And then postmodern is back. I'm not happy about that. Like, I've hated postmodern every time it's been a thing. I grew up during an era where a lot of postmodern was popular. I hated it then. Like, oh no, it's back. Neon everything. Why is everything squiggly? So, I'm slightly less than happy about that development. And then Art Deco was one of the ones they said were coming back. And I had this moment where I was like, dadgummit, I get into it right before it becomes trendy. Now everybody's gonna think I'm just following the trends. Kind of like how I desperately want a dark green couch. But also there's that meme now of the millennial green couch. Like, but I want one for me. Ice says ignores trends and just does what she likes. It's kind of like, okay, see, I don't want to follow trends per se. I like getting ideas for stuff, but I don't really want to follow trends. And this will get to where if something that I love is trendy, I get mad. Kind of like my entire life I've loved toadstool mushrooms. Like, I love them. I think they're adorable. I put mushrooms on everything. And now everything is mushrooms, but like weird postmodern mushrooms, and it's ticking me off. Like there for a while I was changing my hair color every couple of months or so, and for like a year straight, every time I changed my hair color, the next week Kylie Jenner would change her hair color and it would be the same as mine. And so everyone thought I was doing Kylie hair. And I was so upset. Like, I only knew that Kylie was changing her hair color because everyone would ask me about it. Wow, that's so cool how you got your hair done to match Kylie's. No. But that was a whole thing for legitimately like a year. Luke, she's one of the Kardashians, or like the Kardashian Jenner clan. You know, that whole thing. I don't know. Like, people pay attention to them now because they're extremely famous. I don't know how they got famous. Luke, I think they got divorced? Question mark? I know they're separated. Yeah, I don't follow the okay. Frank Lloyd Wright's being discussed. Mrs. First says, I never really got Frank Lloyd Wright style. Although I love the idea of having a house fit with the surrounding environment. Agreed. Like, I love the concept, but the execution just never quite hit for me. So, let me see. Okay, this room has the small ones. See, one of the things that made me think I really want to do a fall-themed house was I found these curtains in the shop. Someone ripped them out of The Sims 4. I'm like, oh, don't mind if I do. I thought that could be fun. Midas, there is that too. Like, that's definitely a concern. But also, it's like, I feel like, to me, a house that fits into its environment would be more like a Hobbit house. With those very organic, natural shapes and stuff. And his buildings just always look very jagged to me. Yeah, Hobbit house is the dream, honestly. Actually, that might be an option for you, Ice. There are places making, like, custom Hobbit houses now. Where you dig a hole and they basically bring in, it's almost like a container home, and then you bury it and plant grass over it. And you could just have most of the rooms fully underground and not have windows in them if you wanted. And then you could have a big old garden around it, and the chickens could free range over your roof. Thank you, Mrs. First. The nuclear fallout shelter Hobbit house is one of my favorite builds I've made. me see. Alright, what can I fit in here? Because ideally, I would love to have the little wood burner over here. So... like, I loved that build so much, and I was so happy working on it. Like, there were elements of it that I struggled with. I think I could do something similar again, and parts of it probably wouldn't be as good. Other parts might be better. But, yeah. Essentially a Hobbit-themed underground tiny home. It was so fun. Cottage. Okay, looks like... and the little tables. I do feel like you would want storage in here, though. All right. See you later, Luciation. Yeah, let's do this one. That gives them a nice amount of storage, too. Then... I can do the matching drawers. And watching people in the chat reminiscing about gunny sax dresses. Very fun. Okay, I've been like obsessed with this wardrobe that has the carving at the top. I love it. Oh, that there. And it has mirrors on the doors. It's even better. Then let me see what kind of like tall skinny baskets I have. It's so hard for me to stop when I'm on a roll, but if I don't stop when I'm on a roll, then I won't have anything to do the next time and just kind of awkwardly wander around. All right. Oh, yeah, perfect. Then over here, decorations, fireplace. Okay, how big is that one? Okay, that's little. You can comfortably walk past that. And this one, a little bigger, but it's also a little bit cuter. See? How cozy would that be, though? Like, legitimately. Ooh. Aw, Mrs. First says House Flipper is on sale right now on Steam. I'd hoped to gift a copy to my sister, but she doesn't think she would play. I was disappointed because I think she would like it. Aww. Is she not really much of a gamer? need to find lights. Ooh. I mean, I had to turn the graphics all the way down, but I was able to play it on my laptop. And then playing it on an actual gaming computer, it was like an entirely different game. Oh my gosh, it's so much prettier and everything runs smoother. Could do the same lamp. That one, they don't even have a lamp. They just have a bunch of candles. Yeah, it's always so hard to figure out stuff for your, like, non-gamer friends and family, because, like, I have a game that would be perfect. You'd play it. Maybe this one. Put that one on this side, I think. No, because if I put candles on that side, then I can have firelight on both sides, which would be really cute. That's bright. I don't want that one. I'll have to think about it. Okay. So I think that we have made a very good start on this. Like, most stuff is pretty roughed in. Aw, I feel the same way, honestly. Like you'd love House Flipper, I promise. And then they just don't play stuff, they don't make time. Like, okay. I think the garden rug would work here. Hang on. Just slightly too big. Alright. Yeah, we have this pretty nicely roughed in. I still need to decide what this is. And we'll decorate everything for fall. Like, that's the only fall decor I have right now, but we'll decorate everything for fall, and it'll be super cute. I love the table and chairs, like the dining table area. I'm really happy with that. Like, it's a little neutral, a little rustic. I'm having a lovely time. But I do think I'll wrap it up. Luke is probably digging into the Thanksgiving leftovers right now, but alright. So I will get the rest of the radiator cover, and then next week we can finish that part and get the living room all nice. Yeah, this was a nice one. Like, I love watching people, like, having friend interactions in the chat. Makes me all happy. Like, oh, this is a nice place where people can hang out. Alright. So, thank y'all so much for watching. I should be back Monday, 6 o'clock Eastern. I'm so glad you were able to spend this time with me. And I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.